West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no different, 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict, you on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton, but with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin', look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live with. Showtime at the Apollo.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Taken from about the 12. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game, because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Finding room at midfield. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Well, they talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Here's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Chargers, nothing. Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage. And
that's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
4th down, here's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Chargers, nothing. Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, They threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
21-0 our score after 1.
Chargers, nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert now. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens 28-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. And to the right side here, it's Allen. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Zander Horvath taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On first down, Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. From the 41, Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, do a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the... Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's Herbert. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Play action. It's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, LA. Mike Williams, 84 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson from the shotgun. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
From the 27, Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Running on 1st down, Eckler. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Rashawn Slater, 1st-round pick in 2021, guilty there.
Herbert off of play action. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Rolling to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And that is incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. The Ravens send their punt around now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Fourth down, here's Jackson.
Right side, there's Likely with it.
The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely,
65 yards. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and we are all tied at 28.
Justin Tucker, you kick off the Tucker.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
no return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Williams brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. On the move to his left. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 35. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert now. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And the Chargers are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Eckler will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. He had 5 catches in the wild card win, and that's his 5th here, and it's good for a 1st down. Jackson. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front, and weighing in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup at 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Edwards. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Jackson now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, Eckler. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing, Jackson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expected it.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I can go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.